Welcome back to Thailand ChitChat. Today we have the Hua Hin Report with Richard Buckle from Surf 105 in Hua Hin. If you haven't subscribed, we'd ask you to subscribe, and if you have any ideas for the show, please give us them. Like, share, comment, all much appreciated. But anyway, let's just get on with the show. So hi there, Richard.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you
too. Time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're not as frequent as we should be, but certainly we try and bring out the quality when we're actually doing the video. So, what is the news down in Hua Hin? How's the business? Because we're just starting the high season. This is November now, so officially we're in high season.
Well, yeah, on paper. Yeah, things are actually picking up here quite well, I think. There have been a few more events going on here recently. Last week we just had the first Hua Hin Wine Expo, which was a real success in terms of people attending. It basically brought together a lot of wine, people in the profession. So from Monsoon Valley and suppliers and people like that, people that buy and sell wine locally, some restaurateurs. But then, of course, a lot of restaurateurs were invited to come and have a look and participate. And there was a lot of wine tasting. So there were 20 or so different companies, all with their products, and you could try the wine. I only had water on that morning. But
was that you preparing for drinking wine, so you had lots of water to dilute everything?
Well, I wasn't sure if I could handle a glass of wine at 10:30 in the morning. So I thought that was a little bit tricky for me.
Okay.
So I stayed on the water and coffee until the evening. And in the evening, they had a big function with a lot more people. We had about 250 people there, a lot of chefs as well in the evening. They went outside. It was held at the Intercontinental Hotel, just across the road at the building opposite the main hotel. And they got some nice gardens. And outside there were tables and several chefs were cooking food and showing people how to cook some traditional Thai food and then pairing that food with some of the wines. You know, I wouldn't be mistaken if we were just to say that some of those people had already drunk a little bit and didn't really worry too much about the pairing. But it was a good, fun session, and the food was great, the wine was great, the event was well attended, and a real success for the first wine expo held last week.
Right, okay, that's good. So what about the visitors to Hua Hin? Are we seeing an uptake in visitors, or we're just sort of starting?
Generally, yes. I'm noticing this. You know, when you go out, you can see the restaurants are a little busier. So quite a lot of people have come back from Europe to stay here during the nice weather. During the winter time. So you can see the numbers have increased. More tourists around generally. I think there is a bit of a pickup, and just about everybody is starting to get a good feel for that, which is terrific.
Yeah, it's funny.
Actually,
I've got my sister arriving. She's going to be traveling here, but she's more interested in the mountains and things like that with her husband. So, yeah.
Well, that's the beauty of this area is you can go into the mountains if you want to, or you got beach. There's so much to do here. It's really fantastic. Yeah. I was going to talk to you about a couple of other things that are going on. So following the Wine Expo, our local photographer, Patrick Jacobs, he's become quite well known within the community. He held an exhibition at the Wine Expo. He's also going to be exhibiting very shortly, I think this coming weekend, at the Standard Hotel, just down the road. And he's put together a calendar and his second in a series of books, photo books, which I've got a copy there. This is produced by Patrick. Got some brilliant photos in there. Lovely shots. Have a look at some of those.
Yes.
You know, he's got this superb book. You know, he's not making a lot of money. The proceeds go to charity. And it's all photos taken locally. Ideal coffee book, that one. And the photographer's name, you can look him up on Facebook or on the website, Patrick Jacobs. And just this last couple of days, I I have been up in Bangkok. Just got back last night. And I went to the launch of the new ISAM project video and song. Now, we've talked about this guy, Will Robinson, before. He's a professional music producer, also has spent the last several years, maybe up to 10 years, traveling around Thailand, making beautiful videos and music, really aimed at trying to attract tourism to the country. And we went up to Bangkok to see the ISAM project launch. That was just a couple of days ago. And he's got a new song, new video, totally stunning, and well worth having a look at if you can. So check out on YouTube the ISAM project. I recommend it.
Yeah, and I think it's it's called The Holiday. It's called Holiday.
Yes.
By ISAM Project.
Yes.
It's a new song.
Yes.
And it's supported by the former Tourism and Sports Minister, Senator Warasak Kausarat.
Senator Warasak, really nice guy. I had a good chat with him. I had a chat with him a couple of days ago about this, because as well as the video and the music, they've put together a new map which looks at the coastline running from Phetchaburi all the way down through to Hua Hin, down through to Prachuap down to Chumpon. And that is a 200-kilometer stretch of coastline. And in theory, you could almost walk it. There is enough, there's a beach all the way down there, and it's pretty well continuous, all the way from Phetchaburi down to Chumpon. And they're making a bit of a feature about this because it is the longest continuous beach in the country. And on this map, there are lots of stopping off points and places to have a look at. So again, you can have a look at the video and you can have a look at that map. I think I sent you a copy. I'm not sure.
Yeah, very
and
good.
It's all around Prachuap. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're very pleased to see that. Yeah.
So I was also interested, as most people in Thailand will know, they're talking about extending hours to 4 a.m. At selected entertainment areas. Yeah. To encourage tourism, because some people, I couldn't do it anymore, but I could drink till 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. But all to their own. I'm not as young as I used to be, obviously. So they were talking about that. Now I noticed that Hua Hin wasn't included in that list.
No, well, we're far too proper.
You got tucked up in bed by midnight, really, yeah?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I don't know anything about that, really. I mean, I've seen the press reports looking at they're going to extend hours to 4 a.m., but there's been no real information locally whether that affects this area.
Yeah, because they were talking about Phuket, obviously Pattaya and Bangkok primarily, but I would expect Hua Hin would be one area, but they're probably finding out which
there
area.
There may be a couple of places.
Yes, yeah. But they're having to do some surveys, etc., to find out the different objections, etc. And then there was a bit of a faux pas with one of the ministers saying that after closing hours, between either your license is 12 or 2, that you could drink tea and you couldn't buy alcohol between 2 and 4. And then he's corrected that today, saying, "Oh no, I didn't mean that." Yeah, but anyway, so they're looking at trying to have a starting date of 15th of December. Yeah, that's what they're looking at, but. Will it give specifics? Yeah, that's one thing.
No details here. Well, we can have a look at that on the next video next month if we do one.
Okay, so another thing is we've got the Loy Krathong Festival coming up on the 27th of November.
Well, I was going to beat you to that. There's a couple of other things before then.
Oh, right, okay, all right. Well, take it away.
We're gone. Because the British Chamber of Commerce this Friday, if you're around Hua Hin or this area, you can go into the Holiday Inn up on the top floor, I guess. They'll have the Chamber of Commerce meeting on Friday, late afternoon. That's on the 10th. On the 18th and 19th of November, there is going to be long tailboat racing. They're going to be doing that on the Kowtow Reservoir, and they just got permission to do that. I think it's going to be quite a big event. I think TV, one of the Thai TV stations is involved, maybe PBS. So that'll be really a huge, exciting event. That'll be on national TV. That's on the weekend of the 18th and 19th. And if you live around this area, go down there on the 17th, because I think you'll find them rehearsing, and that'll be when it won't be quite so busy. So that'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the following weekend. Well worth having a look at long tailboat racing down at Kowtown.
All right, so a couple of other things. Okay,
yeah, go on.
The Loikatong is on November 27th.
Yeah,
I think it's a very romantic and a great sort of family time. Quite honestly, it's where you're floating your katong. Try and use the banana tree katongs rather than polystyrene. I'll put up a little picture.
And the coconut leaves and things. Yeah.
I'll put up a little picture for Hua Hin on the recommended places to go and see it. So I've got a picture there for that.
Good.
The other thing is the national park, Krang Krachan National Park, is now opened for visitors, because they shut down for I believe it was 3 months. Yeah.
Yes.
That was open to the public as of first of November, and this is a place where you can They were saying you could only get there by 4x4. Yeah. Which I find.
No, I don't. Well, it depends. Yeah, go on.
All right. So yeah, but what I was surprised at, they had a tag for that. It costs 1,600 baht per pickup. To do that. So I would guess that you could actually get Songtail or even walk it, because it's only 1 hour by 4x4. Yeah. So if you're into walking, getting or even a motorcycle, I'm sure they've got motorcycles running through there as well.
You can usually drive in a regular car up to the national park. Maybe they have a separate track or some area organized which is a bit more.
I think to the viewpoint.
In the country.
It's to the viewpoint.
Yeah, maybe up to the viewpoint. Maybe. Yeah, okay. I haven't been there for some time. So that's something I got to do before the tourists arrive. Okay.
So they're saying it's renowned for the variety of wildlife, for elephants, Malian sun bears, leopards, tigers, and porcupines.
Yeah, that's right. It's a beautiful area, and the reservoir is beautiful up around that area as well. And you are very likely to see some wild elephants crossing the road, but do keep quite well clear.
Okay. And then I also notice, not trying to have anything negative, but you've got a month-long road closure of Compson Road for resurfacing and drainage installation. Yeah, and that's going to be October 30th, which is past, until November 30th, which means probably December 30th. And what was weird about that was I found that it's going to be closed daily from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Yeah, the season.
What was the name of the road? It wasn't clear.
It was from Chomson Road to Pramong.
Oh, Chomson Road. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're doing a lot of work there. It's really the road that comes down from the viewpoint down towards the beach, and it goes over the railway track and then down towards the coast. So they've been doing a lot of roadworks, laying new drainage, widening roads, improving the traffic flow around the roundabout area. So yeah, there's a lot of disruption to traffic around there.
Yeah, it's a bit unusual that we're doing it. They were saying they're starting it now because the rainy season is still running, and then the next rainy season starts when it shouldn't be, round about Songkran, May. That's when it really starts. Yeah, it's not supposed to be the dry season.
Well, it's difficult. Either they got to do it in the rainy season when it's raining, or they got to do it in the tourist season. So it's a no-win situation, really. They just got to get on and do it, I think, before the new railway starts, the twin-track railway system.
Okay, so is there any other news from your side?
Not much. The Rotary Club have organised a huge charity golf event on the 24th of November. That'll be at Banyan. Monsoon Valley are holding a Christmas concert. In fact, I'll be going to that on the 23rd of December. Money there, proceeds going to the Hua Hin Heroes Foundation, which support local schools. They're flying in a jazz band from Holland for that event. So that'll be good. Have a look at the Facebook pages around Monsoon Valley on the 23rd. Other than that, several businesses are quite worried about the new tax law that may or may not come in January, because I think that's already deterred quite a few people wanting to invest in the country, knowing that if you bring money in, it may well be taxed at quite a high rate. So that is a very gray area, and looks likely to be quite a talking point over the next couple of months.
Yes, certainly. We did something briefly on that in one show. Yeah, it'll be going out next week. So we've discussed that. But what basically you have to look at what tax treaty agreement you have between your country and the other country, and this country, sorry. And then on the tax you've paid, basically you can get credited against it. But there's other on the legal side, even ex-Supreme Court judges are saying this is not clearly written yet. It isn't. It's not been passed by law.
Right.
But that does. But as we know, that doesn't change things. If you have to go and get your tax clearance like you had to do years ago, then there could be an issue there. So there's still grey areas like everything else. I mean, look at the debacle over the cannabis shops. Yeah.
Yeah.
So will it? They have the right to enact it because it's an existing law. They just have to make amendments to the existing law. So that's really what's happening just now. So
gotcha.
we will see. My advice, the advice I was given by one person I know was, if you want to bring in a large amount of money, bring it in before January 1st, to be sure. So.
Finally, I wanted to say with our radio station, so there's a couple of developments there, because Thailand is transitioning between analog FM radio and digital radio like we have in Europe. In Europe, many stations are now on DAB+, and surf radio is now part of the trial broadcasts, which are taking place in Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Pattaya, Khon Kaen, Songkhla, and I think in Phuket shortly. So DAB is basically going to be the radio platform that the government's going to be pushing over the next few years. So we're part of that, and you can have a look at that on our website or whatever. And I sent you a photograph of us on DAB as well.
Right. Okay.
And that's about it from here.
Okay, listen, thanks very much, Richard, for your expose on what's going on. Yeah? And we'll speak within the next couple of weeks.
Good to talk to you, Andrew. Thank you.
All right, all the best. All right, cheers. Bye.
Cheers.
Thank you very much for joining us in the Hua Hin Report with Richard Buckle. I hope you found the information useful. Lots of events coming up. It looks to be a good ending to the year for everybody. If you haven't shared or you haven't subscribed, please do so, and also like and comment. I'll see you in the next video. See you later. Bye.